So David, you've joined our design team in our Farmyard Design projects.
Yep.
You're based in the UK.
Yep.
And I guess, look, we get a lot of work and a lot of inquiries from the UK, and I suppose the reasons we were looking to hire somebody was, I suppose, to fulfil a market demand that's here.
Yeah.
And I suppose it's more sustainable that we can serve the market from here within. So you bring a lot of experience, I suppose, to the team.
Yeah.
Maybe if you could just introduce your background of what you've been doing over the last few years.
Yeah.
Where you started.
From a farming background, small family farm just on the outskirts of Crewe in Cheshire. Went to Reeseheath College, studied farming at Reeseheath College, and then went on into, as all young lads do, went on to the contracting, and then eventually that led on to me deciding I wanted to do something myself, and I started fabricating and working weekends for a farmer friend, a brother-in-law of a friend of mine, building a silage pit for him. And I thought, oh, well, I quite like this construction side of it and the fabrication, and I ended up setting up my own company in 1996, so similar year to when you formed Grasstec. That grew and got bigger and bigger and bigger, and where we currently are now was one of my existing customers. Did a couple of interesting projects for him, and obviously through the 90s and then into the early 2000s was quite a peak period for new parlours, new cubicles and expansion. We were coming off the back of sort of some tough years for farmers, and milk price was starting to increase then, so yeah, I had quite a few good years of actually building and constructing and designing new setups. That then led on to my brother joining the company, and we got bigger. We became a limited company, and then up to 2015. At that point then my brother decided he wanted to do something on his own, sort of a breakaway thing, so I said, yeah, that's fine, we'll split the company up, and he's still now doing agricultural construction. And I had an opportunity to work with a steel frame manufacturer that we'd been buying buildings off, so I moved myself and some of the men to that company, and we then joined forces with them, increased the scale of what the operation was that I was doing for new steel frame buildings. Stayed with them until I joined Grasstec. Progressed with them, we built a new factory, a purpose-built factory, and I became the construction manager for the whole of the company.
Yeah.
Did some really good projects throughout the UK. That enhanced my knowledge and my experience of taking on some really big jobs and some interesting jobs. Yeah,
so I suppose, look, what's key for us is you have both farming experience, sometimes spent in college, but you've obviously industry experience as well out in projects, which will bring a lot of, I think, positives for farmers who engage with you, that you'll have seen a lot of sides of it, and you'll understand what you're helping to design.
Definitely, yeah. I've always had a real passion for farming and the farming side of it, and also the innovation and the design within it, and how we can incorporate new things to improve farming, basically, to make it more profitable.
Yeah.
And that's all of my life. I've always been involved in new techniques, be it taller buildings, new roofing materials, new feed barriers, and different types of concrete. And I progressed my career. As I progressed in my career, I always kept educating myself and became a fully qualified construction manager. So capable of taking on projects and managing projects through health and safety, through project management, through costing, right the way through for the completed project.
Yeah, and I suppose for every project we get involved with, it starts with a survey. So you have surveying equipment that you can carry out your survey, GPS total stations and drones. So you're fully equipped that way to work with them.
Familiar with all of that, yeah. Been using that for the last 12 years. And the CAD systems as well, so works really well with the Grasstec way that Grasstec works, and kept up to date with all of the latest gadgets and technology, and it has a really key place in the way that we can design your structures for Grasstec.
Yeah, so I suppose it's a combination of efforts really with our team back in Ireland, plus your on the ground position here. We're basically in a position to help farmers develop all their projects, especially on the dairy farm front.
Yeah, the dairy farm, but the dairy farm is predominantly where we're focused, but there is other sides to what we can do and what I've been involved in, and that's probably what makes me really useful for Grasstec. Is I've been involved in horse construction, buildings, sheep, dairy, cattle, beef, the whole lot, and silage, and then also infrastructure and just construction techniques in general.
Yeah. Where a lot of projects can go wrong, I suppose, is even at start and groundworks, you'll have opinions and all that as well, and how a project starts.
Yeah, definitely.
Where to start a project.
But with any project, it's planning and preparation, and to get Grasstec involved as early as you possibly can. I have been in situations where you're too late into the party, and really we need to be there early on, sitting down at the table with you and discussing what the needs are for the farm to develop and grow.
And I suppose, look, you have expertise regardless of the system. If it's an indoor system or it's a grazing system, we have expertise around that.
I've constructed
in terms of projects.
Every type of project that you can think of. Obviously, I'm based in Cheshire, and that's where I've done all of my work, or the bulk of my work. But through the last few years, I've managed to be fortunate enough to travel the whole of the UK and see even different land types create different farming structures and farming techniques, and that's massively improved my knowledge and my thoughts on ways to build and construct.
Yeah, great. So look, David is there anyway, I guess, to help anyone with projects, and your number here is where you can be contacted. Yeah,
ring me anytime. I'll try and get back to you if I can't answer straight away. And I look forward to chatting to anybody, and not just necessarily farmers, consultants, big structures, big structural companies, even steel fabricators. If you get involved in a project where you need a design, we're happy to speak to any of you. Not just farmers. We'll liaise and work with any.
No, great. Okay, well, very good, and thanks for your welcome
Thanks,
aboard.
Bertie.
Thank
All
you.
right, thank you.
Bye.